Hey everybody, it's time for What's Eleni Reading. I'm Eleni, I'm your host, and tonight I just got back from Parnassus Books in Nashville. Have a giant book haul I wanted to share with you all. So, to get started, the four authors at the events were CJ Redwine, Jody Meadows, Myra McIntyre, and Brody Ashton. Sorry, I've had a little bit of wine already tonight. So I got to meet all of them. I asked a couple of questions and probably got on everybody else's nerves, but oh gosh. But so far, I really did have a lot of fun. So I really do love Parnassus books. Oh, this is a gift that my friend Angela got for me, being a big Castle fan that I am. It is not on a bulletproof vest, but that's okay. I'll take it. Alright, so to get started, let me get out the first books. Almost all of the authors had trilogies except for CJ Redwine. And her book was, the third one was the only one that was not out yet. Next month we're going to be seeing the third book in this particular trilogy, the Deception trilogy. It's the Courier's Daughter, and, Defiance. This is the first book in the series. And I got a little bit of swag with that, so has all this on it. Yeah, trained by her father to be a warrior. Tempted, the boy she cannot have. Branded by her leader as a rebel, plunged into a world of danger, heartbreak, and deception. Rachel must risk everything, and one wrong move could start a war 2 decades long in the making. So this sounds really exciting. It is a dystopian, and CJ Redwine is one of the local authors in Nashville, the Nashville area. Let me read you the back of the first book. No spoilers, I'm not going to read you anything from the second. Rachel Adams has a secret. While other girls in Balboden sew dresses and obey their male protectors, Rachel knows how to survive in the wilderness and wield a sword. When her father, Jared, fails to return from a courier mission and is declared dead, the city's brutal commander assigns Rachel a new protector, her father's apprentice, Logan, the boy that Rachel declared her love for 2 years ago, and the one who handed her heart right back to her. Left with only a fierce belief in her father's survival, Rachel decides to find him herself, but what awaits her in the wasteland could destroy her. Logan McIntyre is many things: orphan, outcast, inventor, apprentice to the city's top courier. Logan is focused on learning his trade so he can escape the tyranny of Balboden. But his plan never included being responsible for his mentor's impulsive daughter. Logan is determined to protect her, but when his escape plan goes wrong and Rachel pays the price, he realizes he has more at stake than just disappointing Jared. As Rachel and Logan battle their way through the wasteland, stalked by a monster that can't be killed and an army of assassins out for blood, they discover romance, heartbreak, and a truth that will incite a war decades in the making. Sorry, Manny wanted to just make his appearance right here. This is Manny. Well, he didn't want to be on camera. He's a little camera shy. I really enjoyed meeting CJ. It turns out my friend Lila, who works at one of the radio stations here in town, has known her for a while. They all just seemed like really nice girls, or ladies, I'm sorry. Each one of them had their own distinct accents. Yeah, and they all had to talk about their book covers, and this is one thing I noticed with Defiance. Okay, here's the Defiance cover. And I'm going to show you the one for Courtney Allison Moulton's Angel Fire series. This is the first one. Sorry, it does not want to come up the way I want it to. There we go. Alright, this is the Angel Fire series, and I really think that the two models on the covers, I think that they look a lot alike. The red hair, they're both pretty athletic. Yeah, if you look a little bit closer, if you have copies of both books, this one is a very, very good book. I did enjoy this one a lot when I read it. Yeah, and Courtney Moulton is just so sweet. Anytime I talk to her on Twitter, she's so nice to me. So I just wanted to share that. If you haven't read her books, you should. But yeah, but CJ, she actually runs some classes on writing. She runs them herself, and I think that she does a really good job of marketing and basically running her own little business. And one thing I thought was really funny tonight is they started talking about being an introvert, and almost all of them had an experience with being introverted. And I am like the biggest introvert ever. So, all right, second one I'm going to get out. Oh, and just so you guys know, I already own some of these books, and yeah, I didn't pay for all of these at once tonight. These were books I've had over a while. Second one I'm going to pull out is Brody Ashton's Everneath series. Very good series. First one here is Everneath, which is what it was named after. You see, and this one's Everbound. I believe this is the second one in the series. Can't wait to start in this one. And this one is Ever True. And one really funny thing that Brody told us tonight was she has this condition where she sees dogs in clouds. And this cracked me up so bad. I've got this on the cover of Everneath. I don't know if you can see this, but if you want to pull this up at home on your own browser, if you look right here, you can see Falcor from Never Ending Story. And when Brody got to see her cover for the very first time, she said that she photoshopped in a picture of Falcor and sent it back saying, "Can you take the dog out and change the dress?" And apparently her publisher thought that was kind of funny, and they kept the dog in the picture. And she says that you can see like a beagle in this one, the second one, Everbound. And she also saw Falcor again in this one. I'm not really quite sure. I'm going to have to look for it again. Maybe I can ask her on Twitter or something. I don't know. Okay, so these look really good. Just to read you the inside. Last spring, Nikki Beckett vanished, sucked into an underworld known as Everneath. Now she's returned to her old life, her family, her boyfriend, before she's vanished back to the underworld, this time forever. She has 6 months before Everneath comes to claim her, 6 months before 4 goodbyes she can't find the words for, 6 months to find redemption, if it exists. Nikki longs to spend these precious months forgetting the Everneath and trying to reconnect with her boyfriend Jack, the person most devastated by her disappearance, but the one she loves more than anything. But there's just one problem. Cole, the smoldering immortal, who enticed her to Everneath in the first place, has followed Nikki home. Cole wants to take over the throne in the underworld and is convinced Nikki is the key to making it happen. And he'll do whatever it takes to bring her back, this time as his queen. As Nikki's time on the surface draws to a close and her relationships begin slipping from her grasp, she is forced to make the hardest decision of her life. Find a way to cheat fate, and remain on the surface with Jack, or return to Everneath and become Cole's queen. Everneath is a captivating story of love, loss, and immortality from debut author Brody Ashton. Yes, so this one, very good. The covers are very pretty. I do approve. Okay, let me get over here. The next one I'm going to pull out is, oops, sorry, Katie. Yeah, he just got a little bit scared. I accidentally knocked over the bag on him. But the second one is the Hourglass series from Myra McIntyre. She's another local author to the Nashville area. And she's kind of been absent from the Twitterverse in the past couple of months, but for very good reason. I was really excited to read about these books. One good thing about them is that they have 3 different, points of view storytelling. The first one is Hourglass, and she said it took her babysitter to turn it on its side to see that the girl was kind of walking down the wall. Yeah, she thought that, this is a door and it was sucking her in for some reason. I don't know, that was kind of funny. And this is the second one, Timepiece. Yeah, she's kind of holding onto the door and it's sucking her out. And here's the third one. This is the final one in the series, Infinity Glass. Did I say that right? Infinity Glass. I'm sorry. Okay, so first off, I'm going to read the back of Hourglass for you. For 17-year-old Emerson Cole, life is about seeing what isn't there. Swooning southern belles, soldiers long forgotten, a haunting jazz trio that vanishes in an instant. Plagued by phantoms since her parents' death, she just wants the apparitions to stop so she can be normal. She's tried everything, but the visions keep coming back. When her well-meaning brother brings in a consultant from a secret organization called the Hourglass, Emerson's willing to try one last cure. But meeting Michael Weaver may not change not only her future, it may also change her past. Who is the dark, mysterious, sympathetic guy, barely older than Emerson herself, who seems to believe every crazy word she says? Why does it feel like an electric current runs through the room whenever he's around? And why is he so insistent that he needs her help to prevent the death that never should have happened? Yes, so this one sounds pretty exciting. So Emerson just seems like a really interesting character. All right, the very last one, and I'd save this one for last because these covers are so pretty, but the Incarnate series by Jodi Meadows. This one's very, very pretty. Yes. And, yeah, looks like she's almost on fire in this one. And then she's got the butterfly eyelashes. Hi, sweetheart. You want to say hi to everybody? Here's my kitty, Manny. Say hi. He's so pretty. Here's the second one, Asunder. It's one of the Incarnate novels. And the third one, Infinite. This is the new one. This is the end of the trilogy. So let me read you the back of this one. This one's Anna is new. For thousands of years in range, 1 million souls have been reincarnated over and over, keeping their memories and experiences from previous lifetimes. When Anna was born, one of those souls vanished, and no one knows why. When Anna travels to the capital city of Heart, its citizens treat her as a no soul, suspicious and afraid of what her presence means. When dragons and Sylph attack the city, is Anna to blame? Anna needs to uncover the mistake that gave her someone else's life. But will her quest threaten the peace of Heart and destroy the promise of reincarnation for all? So at first I thought this was a fairy book because I did see that it's very similar to, the cover is very similar to Melissa Marr's Wicked Lovely series, which I did enjoy a lot. But, and you know, there was the butterflies. So she doesn't quite look like a regular person, but this is more of like a fantasy. And I think this one looks really exciting. And yeah, this is going to be on my list. Probably going to save the Jodi Meadows series for last. So, but the covers are absolutely gorgeous. This one, like Jodi actually said she didn't want a girl's face on the cover of her books, and she told her agent that, and the agent was like, okay. And then she called her and said, hey, how open-minded are you? And Jodi was like, well, I only give you, one, thing that I just don't want to do on my book cover. And the agent was like, just work with me here. We've got an agent, we've got a model we've already picked out. So, but yeah, the covers just keep getting prettier and prettier. Let me see if I can do this without all the glare. Yeah. So, I mean, just look at this Photoshop. This is so much better than, gosh, I mean, this is just beautiful. Almost looks like wings on her face. Okay, and then the last one, it's like feathers on her face. Let's see if I can put this up for you guys to see. Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed my book haul, and I will be reading. I'll probably start out with Defiance, and I'll let you guys know what I thought of it from there. Either that or the Everneath series, because I've already started that one. Have a good night. Thanks. Bye.